What's up, everyone? This is Destroyer229, and welcome back to Link Freezing. Also, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Last time, we were quite productive in a lot of quests. We managed to finish off a number of things in Hateno Village. We got our house all decked out. We got all of the weapons that the kid wanted us to get. We took a little detour to the Gerudo Desert and got to a shrine where the warrior women statues were pointing towards. And though we tried to do stuff with the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 stuff, we were ultimately unsuccessful in that. That was the only downer. In this episode, after doing one of the major tests of strength that we noped out of before, we're gonna start off by heading back to the second one that we noped out of. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the power of the Master Sword. It is still not quite good yet. Oh, man. Still have 5 minutes left. Ugh. Well, this might be over before I actually get the full Master Sword back. But I've got a halfway decent axe. So that should help me out for the time being. And we can just kind of go from there. Okay, 3 weapons. Nope, it's gonna just move over to the side. Alright. Come on. There we go! Flurry Rush! Try it again. That is not what I wanted to do, Link! Oh, I guess I'm just supposed to run. Yeah. Ah, damn it. Come on, try that again. Okay, this one might actually be a little bit more problematic than the last one. Come on. Damn it, I couldn't recover fast enough. Why I don't like two-handed stuff. Ah, crap, not again. Run! Okay, got that. Hell, at this rate, I may just get my Master Sword after all. Ooh. Aha! Come on. Okay. Overall, not too hard to try to do. Get around. And thankfully, it doesn't have a shield. So if I can get a full combo in, it'll actually work out pretty nicely. There we go. Alright. There we go. There, ha ha! Get him while he's down! Uh-oh. Okay, well, there goes that. I still don't have my Master Sword, so spear! Hooray! Alright, cool. And I didn't even need the Master Sword. How much more until it comes back? 2.5 minutes. Alright, well, I've got enough room for 2 things. Definitely want to grab the Guardian Sword. Is the spear better than what I've got? Durability up. This one just has better crit. Do that. Much as I prefer spears to two-handed weapons, I kind of need axes. Even though that's a total waste of an axe. But anyway, we get a diamond. Not bad. And then we can claim a spirit orb. Alright, cool. Alright, so now that we're done with that, well, I say we head on over to Hyrule Field. As I mentioned before, there are certainly reasons for me to want to head on over there. There's plenty of quests, plus it's where our final destination ultimately is. So we'll start off at the Central Tower. And let's go ahead and storm the castle. Now, I will fully admit we are not yet ready to take on Ganon. I mean, can we do it? Oh, absolutely. We can totally kick Ganon's ass. But there's still a lot of stuff left for us to do. So this is mostly to help us get through with a bunch of different quests and things. Okay, so there's some guardians just kind of hanging about. And a big reason why I don't want to bring my horse is the fact that, well, there's a bunch of guardians. Some of which are stationary. Some of which are mobile. And I would like to not risk either of my two horses. So we'll go ahead with this getup for now. And we'll see what we can do about trying to get close to our destination while trying to avoid guardians. So Hyrule Castle is over this way. Okay, so that is exactly where I want to go. We do have two memories, one of which is at Hyrule Castle, and the other is along the way through the front, which is why I started at the tower and not somewhere a little bit closer. While I'm at it... That was weird. Took a while for it to load in the Korok mask. There are still plenty of Koroks that should still be around. Especially since I haven't been over at this side. Okay, so there's a wild boar. Oh! There's a Korok nearby. Tree? Probably the tree. It is not the tree? No, it's not. It's no longer here. Maybe this tree. Might be this tree. Let's try this tree. No, it's... I guess it's closer to the ground. Hey, there's the Master Sword. It's closer to the ground, or it's just in a different spot here. No? Huh. Where is the Korok? Ah! It was a balloon! I mean, it probably would be a smart idea if I went and got some normal arrows, but whatever. Our goal isn't necessarily to fight stuff. Our goal is to explore. And I believe this fountain area is where our first destination is. So, let's go ahead and just keep on traveling onwards. And there we go. There is our first destination. Some guardian corpses are littered about, as well as actual guardians. Yep. That's why I was afraid. And there's another one. Yeah, guardians are abound here. And there's a third. But we have the Sacred Ground Ruins. Let's maybe not have a stupid look with the Korok mask. And this is where our first of the final 2 memories are. Well, this is gonna suck afterwards, but...
Hero of Hyrule, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. You have shown unflinching bravery and skill in the face of darkness and adversity, and have proven yourself worthy of the blessings of the goddess Hylia. Whether skyward bound, adrift in time, or steeped in the glowing embers of twilight, the sacred blade is forever bound to the soul of the hero. We pray for your protection, and we hope that the 2 of you will grow stronger together as one. Forged in the long distant past, the sword.
Gee, this is uplifting. She's making it sound like we already lost.
Wasn't this your idea? You're the one who wanted to designate the appointed night with all the ceremonial pomp, grandeur, and nonsense we could muster. And if you ask me, the whole thing does seem to be overkill. I think I'm on the same page as the princess regarding this boy.
Oh, give it a rest. That boy is a living reminder of her own failures. Well, at least that's how the princess sees him.
Oh boy! A hero chosen by the gods and yet forsaken by them herself. Yeah, Zelda has every reason to feel a little bit upset with such a ceremony. Oh man, that guardian really wants to kill me, and I am not exactly in a good position to get to it. Especially with other guardians that are nearby. Okay, if I hang low, would I be able to either sneak around it or get close enough that I can actually attack it? That'll work. Close enough it is! That is not the Master Sword. Oh, damn! Being able to reflect? Oh, crap. There's another one! Oh, shoot. It's still alive! Grab the thing! Grab all the things! Ow! At least that one's stationary, though. Hyrule Castle Town Ruins. Okay. Well, we got through one mobile guardian. And one that's stationary. So, welcome to Castle Town. all destroyed and full of Ganon goop. Right at the base of Hyrule Castle. And with a bunch of guardians, even if they're not mobile, they are still operational. And some that are absolutely still mobile and operational. Oh, it's still alive. Oh god! I did not realize Rook's protection ran out. Get up, Link! Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of that one thing. Instead, I'm attacked by a semi-operational and semi-mobile guardian. Whew. Okay, well, at least I can get a ton of stuff here. And hey, if I can get rid of these floating eyeballs, at the very least, that will make traversing here a little bit easier. I'm gonna try to avoid the Ganon goop while I can. Although, there are still guardians out and about. Castletown's just flooded with them. Get the feeling, yep, this one's still operational. Get rid of the legs! All the legs! And then beat it up! That's why the Master Sword is here! And it's stuck. Well, that was very easy. It couldn't even turn its head all the way around. Okay, cool. And there's a freaky eyeball thing over here. Alright, let's get rid of more Ganon goop. Alright, cool. And there's drones as well. Fantastic. Ooh, Knight Shield. I could certainly use that. Knight's Broadsword, a little less so. We have the fountain. And just a lot of drones. Skywatchers, specifically. A bit tougher than the run-of-the-mill stuff. Okay. So there's the main gate. Try to run in while it's out. There is Zelda's spirit, holding Ganon at bay. And welcome to Hyrule Castle. Just squeeze by enough to get in. Uh-oh. And I'm on fire. Well, this is Hyrule Castle, and we even get a map of it. all different areas that we can go to. And at the very center is where Calamity Ganon resides. Okay, so the Skywatcher is out looking for us. Eventually, it will get bored and run away. Yeah, so this is basically the final dungeon of the game. And even though we are traversing Hyrule Castle, we're not going to Ganon specifically. And there goes the Night Shield. Wow, that did not last long. Ow! Wow, that is some range! That is some range that one has. Okay, well, I am running very short on shields already. And this isn't exactly a good place for me to be. I have a very specific purpose that I am going for. Okay. I appear to be trapped. Well, thankfully there's water here. Okay, good. Again, I am here for a very specific purpose. I'm not here to go and take on Ganon. Where I need is actually within the interior of the castle. Oh! And of course there are also regular enemies besides the Guardians. Alright. Go ahead and take you out. Thankfully with the Master Sword I have a lot of power here. Ooh, and there's even something here for me to cook with. Okay, definitely gonna want some shields. Because those Guardians took out a lot of mine. Alright, traverse the Ganon Goop. Is there anything... I don't think I can really... Oh, wait! I think... Yes, it is. Cool. That will allow me to traverse at least a little bit more efficiently. Hyrule Castle is a pretty big place. So the more shortcuts I can open up, the better. Okay. Wait, what is that? A turret? Link! Okay, well, that gets me outside the castle, which is not something that I really want to be. I actually want to be within the castle interior itself. If I can stay within the castle halls, then that'll get me closer to where my actual destination is. Hopefully I don't not forced to head outward. I'd like to try to stay within the walls as much as possible. For one, lack of guardians. For two, it's my actual
The roof
goal.
protection is now ready to roll.
Okay, that is a steep drop. Where exactly am I compared to everything? Okay, I'm actually kind of halfway up the castle. So actually diving down there isn't necessarily a bad idea. But there is something actually a decent way up that I need to get to as well. So as much as I don't want to be on the outside here, I You kind of need to be on the outside to get to one specific area. That's just a decayed guardian. Not mobile. Not really helpful. I also kind of want to make sure that I'm not too close to these things. There are some ways that you can basically get locked in and then have to fight a lot of things. Okay. Yeah! Woo! I'm down to the wire on that one. Yeah, Decayed Guardians aren't too much of a threat. And again, I can take them out. That's great. It's less things for me to worry about. And there's a turret up there. Okay. Do need to be a little bit careful, but... Uh-oh. Perfect! Just hit in the eye to stun it. And the Master Sword to whittle it down. As long as there's only one of them, it's easy enough to just deal with it. But I also have to be right up in its face. Okay, Ganon Goop, Ganon Goop. Looks like it's just all a bunch of Ganon Goop. I'm mostly up the tower. My hope is that that is where my actual destination is. I'm not entirely sure if it is. Looks like another turret. Alright. As long as nothing else is attacking me. Oh, I'm also too close that it can't really get me. And now it can. Link? The slow-mo fall was very much not necessary. Ooh, lots of gears, though. Lots of gears. That is very much appreciative. Okay. I don't want to head inside here. Again, it's very easy to wind up being trapped. I have gotten to the point where I have been trapped in various places before. Okay. So, the thing that I am looking for looks like this. Kind of a walkway. Oh, jeez. It is basically elevated, though. And that is something that I need to be on the lookout for. Especially since Hyrule Castle is pretty freaking big. Ooh, bomb arrows. One thing I'm kind of wondering about is... Yeah, okay, that isn't necessarily where I want to be. The thing that I'm worried about is just basically running low on supplies and kind of being in a precarious situation. That looks like where I need to be. Okay, never mind. I think I got to where I actually want to be. Gotta look out for the Sky Watcher. Oh. And this is Zelda's room. So now you can probably see the importance of this specific spot. Wow, an Edge of Duality? Overturned table. Couch. All of her vanities. Just all destroyed. Hey, some extra arrows. The inside here is completely caved in. But this is not where we necessarily need to be. Where we need to be is up here. Oh, and there goes the Skywatcher. This is our last memory spot. Good job, game. Good job barely loading that picture in.
Incredible. We're at a point now where we can actually control them. At the current rate, we'll soon know all we need to know about the Guardians and the Divine Beasts. And should Ganon ever show itself again, we'll be well positioned to defend ourselves.
What are you doing out here, Zelda?
I was assessing the results of the experiment with the Guardians. These pieces of ancient technology could be quite useful against them.
I know that. They are essential to Hyrule's future, and our research demands that we keep a close eye on them. However, as the princess, you currently have a crucial unfulfilled responsibility to your kingdom. Let me ask you once more, when will you stop treating this as some sort of childish game?
I'm doing everything I can. I'll have you know that I just recently returned from the Spring of Courage, where I offered every ounce of my prayers to the goddess.
And now you are here wasting your time. You need to be dedicating every moment you have to your training. You must be single-minded in unlocking the power that will seal Calamity Ganon away.
I already am. Don't you see? There's nothing more I can do. My hope is that you'll allow me to contribute here in whatever way I can.
No more excuses, Zelda. Stop running away from your duty. As the king, I forbid you to have anything to do with these machines from this moment on, and command you to focus on your training. Do you know how the gossip mongers refer to you? They are out there at this moment, whispering amongst themselves that you are the heir to a throne of nothing. Nothing but failure. It is woven into your destiny that you prove them wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
And with that, we have found all 12 pictures. All 12 memories that Zelda wanted us to remember. And now, we have to return to Impa in order to find out what the next thing we need to do is. And here we have Zelda's study. All of her notes, her little experiments, even a silent princess here. Zelda is basically one gigantic nerd. She loves to learn about the ancient Sheikah technology. That was where her passion was. That was where her interests were. And despite knowing her responsibilities as a princess of Hyrule, she couldn't unlock the power of the goddess, despite her hardest. It's something that the king, in death, learned to regret pushing her so hard. But nonetheless, his focus was exclusively on the protection of Hyrule, and that meant Zelda had to unlock that power at any cost. But as much as Zelda tried, she couldn't quite get to where she needed it to be. And it definitely frustrated the hell out of her. And we have some research notes from her. Today I met with Impa of the Sheikah tribe and began my research into the ancient technology in earnest. Impa introduced me to Purah and Robbie, other respected members of her tribe. Tomorrow I embark on an excavation with them. We hope to find ancient tech with which to operate the guidance stones. Today we uncovered some ancient technology that we believe may be the power to control the guidance stone. It is a rectangular object, small enough to be held in my 2 hands. Sheikah text is featured prominently on it. It is made of an unknown material, but we believe it is the same as the shrines scattered across each region. Impa proposed that I hold onto it for now. I hope that it leads to some new developments in our research. The stone relic we discovered has been named. We are calling it the Sheikah Slate. We have not found any mention of a name for this object in the records we have unearthed so far. Nevertheless, Purah insisted we call it the Sheikah Slate, as the relic is a slate made by the Sheikah tribe. Feels a bit on the nose to me, but it was not a fight I thought I could win. We did it! We were finally able to restore some functionality to the Sheikah Slate. We have discovered that the stone slate is capable of producing images. Perfect likenesses of the things you pointed at. Unlike normal pictures drawn by hand, this requires no artist to capture anything in perfect detail. I deeply admire the accomplishments of Sheikah technology. Still, I know there's more to learn. There must be. We believe the Sheikah Slate may have a function that will allow it to control the guidance stone. We must continue our research, and quickly. We have started training the champions who will pilot the divine beasts. It may sound rude that I found this unexpected, but Mipha mastered the controls with surprising ease. Daruk struggled at first, but eventually got the hang of it. Urbosa and Rivali both managed just fine as well. I can finally see the light of hope in our fight against the rising calamity. Robbie's restored mobility to many of the guardians we've excavated. But we still have yet to find all of the guardians. Records mention a greater number of them, and even other types. They are said to be stored in 5 giant columns that rest beneath Hyrule Castle. The thing is, no matter how I search beneath the castle, I can't seem to locate these columns. They must be buried deep. Were they perhaps designed to sense the appearance of Calamity Ganon and only activate upon his return? Ooh, boy. That may be a theory, but that definitely aged well. Countless ancient structures are being discovered across Hyrule, but all attempts to enter them have failed. Records indicate that these facilities designed to train the hero who is fated to combat the calamity. But the crucial activation mechanism remains a mystery. Is the Sheikah Slate the key to activating them? That's Purah's theory, and I concur, and yet my experiments so far have been fruitless. Still, we must exhaustively investigate all means of opposing the calamity. We must not give up, no matter what. I spoke with Purah about the Shrine of Resurrection we discovered earlier. As we speculated, this particular shrine is in fact a medical facility with the power to heal. It also has long-term stasis function which can be activated and maintained until healing is complete. In the war against the Calamity 10,000 years ago, were the injuries so great as to necessitate such a facility? If so, I'll remain uneasy until we have made all adjustments necessary to restore it to full working order. I can only pray that even if Calamity again returns, our battle will not require the Shrine of Resurrection's power. And that was the last note. So, yes, it wasn't just the Guardians, but also the Divine Beasts, the Sheikah Slate, everything that relates to the ancient Sheikah technology. Everything is what Zelda researched. And that is what she put her hope into. And it looks like there's even more notes. Zelda's personal diary. After meeting with the champions, I left to research the ancient technology, but nothing of note came of my research. The return of Ganon looms, a dark force taunting us from afar. I must learn all I can about the relic so we can stop him. If the fortune teller's prophecy is to be believed, there isn't much time left. But turning over these thoughts in my head puts me ill at ease. I suppose I should turn in for the night. P.S. Tomorrow my father's assigning him as my appointed knight. I set out for Goron City today to make some adjustments to Divine Beast Va Rudanya. I still recall feeling his eyes on me as I walked ahead. The feeling stayed with me so long, I grew anxious and weary. It's the same feeling I felt before in his company, and yet not a word passes his lips. I never know what he's thinking. It makes my imagination run wild, guessing at what he's thinking but will not say. What does the boy chosen by the sword that seals the darkness think of me? Will I ever truly know? Then I suppose it's simple. A daughter of Hyrule's royal family, yet unable to use sealing magic. He must despise me. I said something awful to him today. My research was going nowhere. I was feeling depressed, and I told him repeatedly not to accompany me. But he did anyway, as he always does, and so I yelled at him without restraint. He seemed confused by my anger. I feel terribly guilty, and that guilt only makes me more agitated than I was before. I'm unsure how to put today's events into words. Words so often evade me lately, and now more than ever. He saved me. Without a thought for his own life, he protected me from the ruthless blades of the Yiga clan. Though I've been cold to him all this time, taking my selfish and childish anger out on him at every turn, still, he was there for me. I won't ever forget that. Tomorrow I shall apologize for all that has transpired between us. And then, I will try talking to him. To Link. It's worth a shot. Bit by bit, I've gotten Link to open up to me. It turns out he's quite a glutton. He can't resist a delicious meal. When I finally got around to asking why he's so quiet all the time, I could tell it was difficult for him to say, but he did. With so much at stake and so many eyes upon him, he feels it necessary to stay strong and to silently bear any burden. A feeling I know all too well. For him, it has caused him to stop outwardly expressing his thoughts and feelings. I always believed him to be simply a gifted person who never faced a day of hardship. How wrong I was. Everyone has struggles that go unseen by the world. I was so absorbed with my own problems, I failed to see his. I wish to talk with him more, and to see what lies beneath those calm waters, to hear him speak freely and openly. And perhaps I too will be able to bare my soul to him, and share the demons that have plagued me all these years. Father scolded me again today. He told me I'm to have nothing more to do with researching ancient technology. He insisted that I focus instead on training that will help me awaken my sealing magic. I was so frustrated and ashamed I could not even speak. I've been training since I was a child, and yet... Mother passed the year before my training was to begin. In losing her, I lost not just my mother, but a teacher. Mother used to smile and tell me, Zelda, my love, all will be well in the end. You can do anything. But she was wrong. No matter how I try or how much time passes, the sealing power that is my birthright evades me. Tomorrow I will journey with Link to the Spring of Power, the train. But this too will end in failure. Such is my curse. I had a dream last night. In a place consumed by darkness, a lone woman gazed at me, haloed by blinding light. I sensed she was not of this world. I don't know if she was a fairy or a goddess, but she was beautiful. Her lips spoke urgently, but her voice did not reach me. Would I have heard her if my power was awoken? Or was my dream simply a manifestation of my fears? I'm sure I'll know the answer soon, whether I wish to or not. I turned 17 today. That means this is the day I'll finally be allowed to train at the Spring of Wisdom. When Link arrives, we will set out for Mount Lanayru. The other champions will accompany us there. I've not seen my father since he last scolded me. Things are too strained now. I'll meet him when I return. Actually, I've had a horrible feeling ever since that weird dream. No one would believe a failure of a princess, but right now, for no particular reason, I'm filled with a strange and terrible certainty that something awful is about to happen. And that premonition was spot on. With the last bit of training, Ganon arrived. And all of this, the great calamity, was set in motion. Well, with that, with all of the knowledge that we have gained up to this point reiterated, now's about as good a time as any to call it a day. So next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. That is an amazing bow. High rate of fire and firepower, but low durability. So it's powerful, but it won't last all that long. Well, anyway, we've managed to reach the memory portion of our exploration here at Hyrule Castle. Now, there's still a few things that we need to do here. There's one big thing that I would like to reach while we are here in Hyrule Castle. Once we reach that point, well, for one, we can probably get about and go with healing, but since I have Mipha's Grace, that's not really a big deal. But, well, I guess it doesn't hurt to say it. There's a shrine hidden in the basement here at Hyrule Castle, which will allow us quick access to get back here. Huh. So, if we can get access to that shrine, we'll be able to avoid having to... Oh, right, I don't have access to the world map. For one, we'll be able to teleport out of here. And two, we'll be able to teleport back to here, so we can continue our exploration back from kind of the basement area of Hyrule Castle. Once we hit that basement area, then we can focus pretty much on the quests that are here. So, once we reach that point, we can do our quests, get everything that we need here done, and then head back to Kakariko Village and talk to Impa. With all the memories reacquired, she will know what the next thing to do with regards to them. But whether or not we reach Impa or not will depend on how fast we can reach that shrine, and how much we're willing to basically just stay here and try to do quest stuff. So, next time, definitely trying to find that shrine. So until next time, everyone, Take care.